The Mystery of the Missing Bone. Story and music written by Joshua Bickford. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I live in a shoe, I live in a shoe. Oh, what should I do? I live in a shoe, I live in a shoe, I live in a shoe. Oh, what should I do? I live in a shoe that is old and terribly cold, a shoe that is dirty and dusty and bold, a shoe that has holes through which the wind blows and grass grows up through the toes. She lived in alone in that shoe very old, with hundreds of children who were as good as gold. When she cleaned up the toys that were left on the floor, she went to the cupboard and then opened the door, and what to her wondering eyes should appear but cupboards so empty of food they were bare? Then out of her mouth, in speech very clear, and with her hands on her cheeks, she cried out, "Oh dear!" The old lady, she picked up her bonnet and basket, and soon she was skipping on the road to the market. But before she stepped out into the sun-streaked lane, she spoke to her children and then said quite plain, oh children, we live in a shoe. There are so many of you, I don't know what to do. The cupboards are bare, there's no food to be found. If food we will have, then I must go to town." So she sent all those children, 302, up the stairs to their bedrooms without any food. No bread for the boys, no broth for the girls, not even a crumb of bread for the squirrels. The cat snuck away to go catch a mouse, and the dog, he just sat there alone in the house. No cookies were there to even give to a mouse. The dog looked forlorn, as his dish was quite empty, so the old woman said, "Soon we'll have lots of food, there will certainly be plenty. Here, boy, come along with me now. Let's walk to town and see what food can be found. If you come and you mind, and we make it home safely, I know of a bone hidden deep in a cupboard. It'll definitely be there, I believe that quite surely." So they walked through the town and down through the lane, and on the doorposts they passed was a name written plain. The little old lady who lived in a shoe is the same as Miss Hubbard. Who could ever have guessed? Oh, who ever knew? So off they skipped through the sunshine and breeze, the dog and old lady as fast as they please. To market, to market, to market I'll go. To market, to market, to market I'll go. To market, to buy a fat pig. And home again, jiggity jig. And soon I'll be skipping along with my dog. He's walking beside me, my feet start to jog. Along with my bonnet and basket, you see, I'll walk down that road, won't you come sing with me? The old orange cat was just lounging about when 3 hungry mice came ambling about. 3 blind mice, creeping through the kitchen, peeping through the door, peeping through the door. 3 blind mice, they are on a mission to get some food to store, to get some food to store. The cat opened one eye, and he peered through the slit as the mice scurried along, and into the kitchen they flit. But what could they be doing at this time of day? The cat wondered out loud as he stretched while he lay. There's no need for those mice to go into the kitchen, thought the cat while he lay and his paw he was licking. So the old orange cat, he cried out for help. He yelled out for those children to get out of bed. But all anyone heard was a quiet little meow, yelp instead. Meow. Frère Jacques dormez-vous, Frère Jacques dormez-vous, Frère Jacques dormez-vous, Frère Jacques dormez-vous. Sonnez les matines, din din don, sonnez les matines, din din don, sonnez les matines, din din don. Sonnez les matines, din din don. Frère Jacques dormez-vous, Frère Jacques dormez-vous. He tried it again, louder than before, but what came out was nothing but a dull little roar. Meow. The cat, he decided that up he would get and sneak through the door. Oh, what a sneaky little pet. His instinct was clear, and what he wanted to do was investigate the actions of three critters for clues. He snuck to the door and put his ear to the kitchen, and the rest of him crouched way down to the floor. I sneak and creep, and then I meow. I peek around the kitchen door now. My paws go softly right through the door. I watch the mice sneak right past, across the floor. He listened intently to what the mice said, and he found out their plans to go steal the bread. It's really not fair that we live in this house and not one little person gives food to a mouse. It really ain't fair that they don't feed us ever. We are really so cute and quite ever so clever. We are clever and cute, and it's hard to stay so it's not very fair that the food comes so slow. I think there's a bone hidden in one of those cupboards. I think we should take it from old Mother Hubbard. But just as the mice started to finish the plan, and they started to creep across the kitchen floor span, out jumped the old cat who had stopped being nice, and he put up his paw to stop those poor mice. The cat tried to speak and say, I caught you red-handed. You must not steal that bone, you small gray little bandits. But all that came out was a sweet little meow, and the mice they did laugh and furrow their brows. The mice knew they'd been caught, so they scurried about, running hither and thither without stopping to pout. And there is no surprise at what happened next. Up jumped the cat from a squat to a stretch, and his taut little body into the kitchen did spring, and flew into the kitchen like a bird on the wing. The walls they did shake, the pots and pans were all rattled, all the dishes were broke when on the floor they did shatter. The silverware came down like a bright silver rain, the knives and the forks went down the sink drain. The garbage can launched high into the air, and the trash went flying like confetti at the fair. If that kitchen was an egg, and that egg Humpty Dumpty, you won't have to beg for the rest of the story, for it is clear to all that that old orange cat pushed the kitchen off the wall, and from the fall it did smash. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. What was that egg, that poor egg, to do when that cat came walking through Miss Hubbard's shoes? He didn't have time to say goodbye before that cat tipped him over and he flew through the sky. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. And off in a distance came the words to a song that all in the house knew to whom it belonged. Some food, carrots and lettuce and cupcakes too, pineapples, turnips, and one fat pig. Now we are home again, jiggity jig. Now we are home again, jig, jig, jig. Now we are home again, jiggity jig. On my way home again from market, humming and singing this very fine tune. Home again, jiggity jig. Each critter in the kitchen was then frozen stiff. The cat looked around with a horrified sniff. He knew that soon old Mother Hubbard returned with the food that she'd promised when she first left for town. The old orange cat looked around him and saw all the mess that the mice had strewn all over the floor. The cat took a pause to take back the bone. He jumped and he pounced, and soon he was gone. He was gone like the wind to hide under the rug. He and the bone were as snug as a bug. And the mice, they ran too to get back that bone before heading back to their snug little hole. Soon came the dog through the front kitchen door, as happy as could be, for that bone he would score. And right on his tail with a fat little pig came old Mother Hubbard, who was dancing a jig. She was as happy as could be when she walked through the door. That's why the jig she was dancing till she saw the mess on the floor. And right to the cupboard she went for the bone, but the cupboard was bare and the bone was all gone. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch the poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and then the poor dog had none. And what of the cat? Oh, where is he at? That old orange cat of mine. Is he under the rug, snug as a bug, and hiding that poor dog's old bone? That poor puppy dog with no bone for his supper went over to pout by old Mother Hubbard. My bone, it is gone, who knows where it's been? I'm hungry and starving, oh, I'm never fed. And I walk to town as good as can be. I'm the saddest doggy that you'll ever see. I'm so very hungry, have pity on me. Old Mother Hubbard didn't know what to do as she searched high and low for that bone in her shoe. She searched high and low, no bone to be found, and that cat was also nowhere to be found. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? Pussycat, 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 where have you been? Have you been to London to visit the Queen? Was she the grandest lady you'd ever seen? Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? Did you frighten a little mouse under her chair? Pussycat, pussycat, where there's no bone in the cupboard. Oh, please tell us how. The kitchen's a mess and you are not to be found. Oh, pussycat, pussycat, come on right now. So Old Mother Hubbard sat and thought for a second, and she cried out, "Aha!" when her mind became present. "There's no cat, there's no bone, and the kitchen's a mess. What could have happened? Oh, my heart I do bless. I bet that old cat has caused mischief in here. When the dog is away, cats always play, I do fear." She said this quite loudly, but not out of the blue, and woke up the children, all 302. All over the house they cried, "Kitty, kitty, come here and come thither, for it is such a pity that our beautiful kitchen has been all tore up. You must tell us the truth before you will sup." And one little child stepped onto the rug and noticed 3 bumps and a hump in the rug. Was it bugs in the rug all moving about, or 4 critters so snug in that rug like a bug? The cat and the mice soon came out from hiding, with sad looks on their faces from having been crying. "We are so very sorry for having stolen your bone. We were so very hungry, but you left us alone. We thought we would eat, since we never get fed. We are ever so cute, and we've got clever heads. Since we live in this house and no food ever given, we stole that old bone and would be forgiven." The old orange cat handed over the bone, and the dog he ran off to bury it deep down in the ground. The mice and the cat and all of the children helped Old Mother Hubbard clean up her poor kitchen. When the work was all finished and the oven fresh bread, she fed them all soundly and then sent them to bed. Hooray, hooray, Miss Hubbard saved the day. Miss Hubbard saved the day. The mice were found, the bone was saved, the cat was very brave. Hooray, hooray, Miss Hubbard saved the day. The dog was fed, she pat his head, the oven was all full of bread. The children were all sent to bed as soon as they were fed. Hooray, hooray, Miss Hubbard saved the day. Miss Hubbard saved the day. The mice was found, the bone was saved, the cat was very brave. Hooray, hooray, Miss Hubbard saved the day.